Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review. And also be reviewing. Although I'm over a week late on the first episode, though, but I've just been busy, So, but I wanted to give this. This is another series I wanted to give a. This is another series I wanted to give a review. I know I wanted to do the other two ones I mentioned in in the video I mentioned and some of the ones I named. Both were isekai type of animes, right? Like Camp Cooking and then also Handyman Sato, But I think I decided to give this one a review, along with Spy Classroom. But this episode review, this series is also it's a long title, but just in short though, it's called if I get the whole thing up, stupid thing, known as a Ningen Fushin, Ningen Fushin, aka apparently Disillusioned Adventurers will save the world. So yeah, it's a fantasy one, not isekai, but fantasy. But about a group of where our lead guy by the name of Nick, who's a adventurer, right? And it opens up with him, and Nick, he gets kicked off his team by this guy who's been a mentor raising him, right? He gets kicked out, and his life was going good for him until he got kicked off his team, and then he had a girlfriend who dumped him for another guy, and he's just been really miserable. So he goes to this bar or tavern, and he's at a table by himself until when all these three other people all to sit at the table with him, and the one is a mage or sorceress by the name of Tiana, who she was being very good at her magic and stuff until she gets dumped by her fiance for another lady, right? And then eventually down the line, she gets addicted to gambling, which okay. But I want to see where a character loses stuff like that. Gets addicted to gambling, I guess. I haven't seen one of those in a while. So she becomes addicted to gambling, and also plus she also has a very scary she has a scary face, where he tries to look at well, especially her eyes look scary, and wherever someone looks at her, they just get scared and run away. And then we have a third person, a guy by the name of Zem, who is a priest, and he was a respected priest until there was this girl, a little girl who was, can you say, infatuated with him, right? Being very nice, giving all these herbs, right? Until one day he says, she would like to marry him or something like that, and say he's a priest, he respectively rejected the idea because especially she's a young girl, little girl basically, and until that girl becomes, you can say a little bitch, you can say, where she and the rest of the townspeople, conspired with the rest of the townspeople, she makes a false accusation that she was raped by the guy. So she just pretend this whole thing. You're looking almost disrobed, you can say, and just because he paid, because whatever piles of herbs she gave him, he gave her one gold coin, and then she goes and throws the coins at him, saying that he paid her to do this as well. So she because of her, this little bitch, you can say, just made this false rape. And make all the townspeople, send him to prison and just be injected by the town and just get out. You were disgraceful. You're a piece of garbage. You see one of those throw an egg at him, and yeah, so he just got despised so much, all because of this little girl. You just want to grab her string up and I can go kick her through the field goal. Yeah. And then after that, yeah, and then he goes and meets with this one woman at this other place which he hasn't met, and why don't you try being an adventurer and also being a womanizer as well, because they did a little hokey dokey ride, and overnight he's like, oh, my hips feel better. The lady says, but she says, why don't you be an adventurer? And that's why they met. How he got this at the table, and then last we got this dragon girl by the name of Curran. She attempted to explain what was her story, but she got too drunk though. So, but evidently they say that when they get drunk, they passed out at Tiana's place, and as they are leaving, Nick says, why don't we just they're all a bunch of miserable people, but Nick realized, why don't we make a suggestion? Why don't we form our own party together, the four of us? So, dog, midnight. But this series, yeah, like I said, I'm a week late on the first episode, but like I said, I was doing other things, so never got around it. But after watching this first episode, I mean, I also think I got my interest because, well, first of all, one thing I liked, was Curran. Like I like her character. I like her character design. That she's this dragon girl. I don't know. Maybe I'm a sucker for those types, but still, I like her character design. But I know with the Tiana's, how she got after she loses everything, she ended up being addicted to gambling. I haven't seen one of those things. I mean, the only thing that the show one that involved gambling was that one show. What was that one show? I forgot the freaking name. Damn it! But it was like a psychological gambling thriller series. It's on Netflix though, and I know the show. I just forgot the goddamn name. That's dealing with gambling. So, okay. But this series, for this first episode of Ningen Fushin, all these disillusioned people all got down in the dumps. Their lives almost ruined, so they decided to form this party together and just they just wanted they all have this inability to trust people. That's the thing, that they don't trust people, and so they decided to form this party together. And now you can just do on their adventures together. So, but that's what Nick suggests to all of them. So, but I'll have to watch an episode 2 after this, and then so I'll have to get to that episode next after this one. So, but just this is a brief review, because like I said, I know I didn't get much detail because I'm a week late on this over a week late on the first episode. So, but I was very curious about it, so I think I would get. I will stick to Spy Classroom, and then there was this, and then of course of with this one, Ningen Fushin. I know I wasn't going to do the other two at once though, but I think that's like I said I can't prepare. I just say I can't get to do all of them at once, so it's very time consuming. I don't have the time to. So I think I'd also stick with the Spy Classroom and this one so far, Ningen Fushin, or what I say, Disillusioned Adventurers Will Save the World. But yeah, but I'm good about this episode, about the first episode of this. I've been so. But just like I said, this is very briefly though. But I've liked it though. So, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for this for the episode 2 of this, which I'll get to. Which this was a few days ago. So. Yeah, but episode 2 of Ningen Fushin, and stay tuned for that, and we'll see you on the next video. Later.